control. Okay, everybody. No, I know you're normally expecting Fallout here. Well, Fallout done pissed me off last week. By giving me a hard time limit on something without saying there's a hard time limit on something. So, we're going to play something a little different. A game some of you may know, those of you may not.
What the hell is going on? Where's our air support?
By the way, Quinn has
Why aren't those rear batteries firing?
altered
Somebody
the game
get General Wilson
like
on the horn.
Colonel Fury,
Doom, I'll have your head for this.
I have little time for your petty threats, Colonel. Surrender your ship now, or I shall destroy it.
Not on my watch.
This is a priority alert to all metahumans. UNN Alpha requests immediate assistance.
Thor, take care of those gunships. Spider-Man, draw them towards the stern.
Sure thing. I just love being a target.
Wolverine, you
Do
go.
it, Boy Scout. I don't take orders from you.
Hi, Mr. Blue. Kind of let the game do its thing here.
Soulless machine? How dare you strike the son of Odin?
And Cam Clark as Thor. Does that make sense? Spider-Man leave the show off.
Excuse me, is this the ferry to Staten Island?
Can't help but notice how much these bots look like Ultron bots. Now, if only the game's graphics actually looked this good.
Hey Cap, looks like you could use some help.
I love the way Wolverine laughs like a psychopath.
What are you girls looking at?
Wolverine is best trash talker.
Gentlemen, this is Colonel Nick
And
Fury.
now for a much
Much
greater graphics drop than the game plays straight
Get here
through.
ASAP. Hurry up.
And unfortunately, we will never get another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Ever. Because Raven Softworks is dead, and Disney refuses to do anything with their license. Other than terrible, terrible cell phone games. And everything has to be based on the movies now. Including even the comics.
This one's down.
Does that make sense? Break everything! That's the rule of this game. Do you ever know what random wall you break might not give you goodies?
Everyone all right?
Trying to remember the controls because I'm used to the X button being used for so many button attack combos. So it's basic attack, heavy attack, block. quietly so she doesn't get caught with her voice on stream because she doesn't want to break the illusion of my superiority. Alright, that's how you switch characters. Alright, the X button is good crap. Technically, this game is actually the third game in a series of games, but the first two don't really work on PC. Because the first game in the series was X-Men Legends. X-Men Legends 2. Then Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 was... it tried to make the Civil War storyline palatable. I don't know if it really succeeded. And it wasn't Raven Softworks, it was someone else. Oh wait, Rick stuff. I love that ally characters in this will just start suddenly beating up stuff if you start doing it. But we'll see what the real draw of what we've done is soon.
This won't take much longer.
Bub, you're a mess.
I was hoping to catch someone being a hero. Looks like I hit the jackpot!
Scorpion, what are you doing here?
I'm working for the biggest group of villains this world has ever known. The Masters of Evil!
The Masters of Evil. I mean, honestly, that is like the most lame name for a group of villains ever. I mean, honestly. And it's always led by Doom. So it should just be called the Doom Squad. Well, this one is led by Doom. Who's in charge?
That's the best part of all. We're led by the man himself. Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. I need to make like a little song of like a bunch of clips of Doom to the Doom song from Invader Zim because I think it'd be hilarious. What's he want with this helicarrier?
If you only knew. Cause Doom's got a plan that's gonna shake the heavens.
Talk, Scorpion, or you're in a world of pain!
You wanna get tough, punk? Good, cause so do I.
Better luck next time, Scorpion. Come on, team. Let's go to the
All right!
This is Wolverine's unique thing. When his rage meter's at full, he gets modified versions of all of his attacks. Which one of the things I liked about these games is they kind of try to play up aspects of the characters, unique setups to try to give them unique alternate features.
Different direction. Ain't me.
forgotten about Nick Fury. He's actually a lot stronger
Thanks
than
for
the average
responding
human.
to my SOS so quickly.
No problem, Colonel Fury. What's the situation here?
The helicarrier's under attack by a group of supervillains called the Masters of Evil. And to make matters worse, they're led by Victor Von Doom.
Doom is back? That means we're in for real trouble.
My thoughts exactly.
But what's the helicarrier doing at this location? You're kind of a long ways from home, aren't you?
It's not important.
You told us why you're here. Maybe we can figure out why they're attacking the
I
ship.
told you it's not important.
Is Nick Fury hiding something? Yeah.
Colonel Fury, this is the Black Widow. The Masters of Evil have activated the launch cycle of our nuclear missiles. I need help if they are to be stopped.
Help is on its way, Black Widow. Fury out. Team, just one of those missiles could level an entire city. Failure is not an option. You have to get to the launch bay and stop them.
We're on it. But now, everything so far you've seen is pretty normal for this game. But now you're going to see how deep it roots. Don't know why I felt like doing it in the accent. It just wasn't the thing to do at the time. We'll start with replacing Wolverine with Wolverine.
23.
We'll replace Thor with a lady who's nice and green. Do Ms. Marvel as our brawler and flyer. And Captain America, you're about to be replaced by someone who has certain unique abilities.
Spider-Woman.
Also, different costumes. This one pisses me off. Julia is not the same character as Jessica. Fucking hell, game. But this one's even worse. This isn't a woman this is Spider-Man's daughter from an alternate timeline who has power similar to Spider-Man. So neither one of these characters' power sets are anything like Jessica's. Yet they're put on her. Because they both go by Spider-Woman, I guess? Well, she goes by Spider-Girl, but still. Yeah, she was the only spider with boobs. But we'll stick to the classics. Now, we have Ms. Marvel. You all know her. But, you know, I like to say I'm slightly progressive with things. So, we have Captain Marvel version of Ms. Marvel. You can also go with her crazy binary look, which you can normally not get unless you complete her unique mission. And you have, this was originally an alternate version of her, but it doesn't, we switched out with something better. Then you have her original look, which gets Twin all excited because of her obsession with midriffs. And then we have her standard look. But we're going to stick with this. Now, Jen, we have Modern, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Classic, which has some scripting errors around the crotch, Fantastic Four, because yeah, she replaced Ben Grimm for a while, and Jennifer Walters, Attorney at Law. But we'll stick with her Classic. And then Laura, we got her normal outfit, X-Force, Messiah Complex, where I still say she kind of looks like Sabretooth. At least the costume does. Target X, and Classic. We'll stick with this one. And
great, another mission.
Not the mission! Oh god, the mission! One of the problems in this game that pops up in some of the other games in this setup is your benched characters don't level at the same rate as your active characters. This is your flight deck. And this leads me to the next area. What with that energy converter destroyed, we're trapped in this room. We'll have to swap out the old converter with a new one. You son of a...
Now
but
I
they
have
gain
some real
experience.
power.
Ah, it's nice to play this game again. It's been a long time since I played it.
Yes.
Right, that's... And you get wider.
I need more energy.
Yes?
Yeah, she's got base level super strength just like Logan. And yes.
All right.
This is an interesting power. If it's the one I think it is, basically makes all the enemies attack her. Yes, Laura, go wild. There was like a target button in this game, but I guess there isn't. And we have, well, she likes to hit things really, really hard. She-Hulk's power set is interesting, because not only does she keep full command of her mental faculties while transformed, she loses all of her inhibitions, which is probably why she's seen sleeping around a lot. And she can also get powered up by rage and follow the Hulk. Oh, also, this is her power. Make of it what you will.
Oh, got issues.
Okay, I need to switch to a flyer. Make sure I got all of the needed goodies. Alright, that's how you do it. Oh yeah, in the original X-Men Legends games, their flying used up energy. As usual. That makes sense. Those red and blue orbs are your health and energy power-ups. Essentially, they refill your health and energy. This is something that's been common with her in both the games where she's been playable, Carol-headed, where she doesn't really walk unless she's out of energy. While you don't need energy to fly, if you have no energy, you'll drop out of flight.
That was fun. I can't move in this direction.
It's a guild. I'm playing a team. It's a collection of my favorite Marvel characters. Well, Laura, I wouldn't know if she would really call it my favorite one. Oh, my favorite one's Wolverine. My favorite. Well, I've got 3 girls. Might as well go for Girl Wolverine. Which does make the whole scenes in the comics where 60s Scott was hitting on Laura make even more humor. Colonel Fury, we've made it to the missile launcher bay. What now?
The only way to stop those missiles from firing is to destroy the consoles that control them.
I think you have to fight Boomerang in here. And yeah, there are improvised weapons.
An attitude adjustment.
But if you use them, you can't use your powers. Also, money. Get every bit of it as you can, because when you start upgrading costumes, it's expensive as balls. Also, pick the costume you're gonna upgrade and save all your money before you upgrade it. Because if you don't, well, you're gonna miss out. And like I said, always break stuff that you can break, because you never know what's going to have money in it. Or that little bit of health you need to keep the fight going. I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 are the only games where Miss Marvel's playable. Oh, the unique thing about that power I keep doing, if you push it entirely forward, it's a narrow one. You pull back, it's much wider. It's something they did with a couple of the moves in these games is made so based on how you use the directional stick, you can change their power properties. Like, oh no, the missile launched!
I've just been informed that one of the nuclear missiles launched. I thought I told you to destroy both consoles.
There wasn't enough time.
You're going to have to activate the self-destruct for that missile. Get to the navigation room on the double.
On the double. Alright, before we do that, hero details. We'll go with... no. I hate when they auto-spend points. Seduction. Gamma power. Corkscrew splash. Elbow drop. Nice. But as I was saying, when you're going, at first it's 1,000, then it's 2,000, then it's 3,000, and so on and so forth, until you've maxed out the thing. Auto-equip gear. I'll wake up some money before I start spending their outfits. I think you can actually respec a character, but you have to pay. I just can't remember exactly where you do it. I think it's at the save points.
Well, 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 aren't you just an impressive bunch of heroes? Too bad my good buddies Daredevil and Elektra weren't with ya.
Get out of our way, Bullseye. We need to use that navigational computer.
You wouldn't be trying to stop the nuclear missile I just launched, would you?
That was you? But why?
Hey, if the boss wants me to launch a missile at a heavily populated city, I do it. I don't get paid to ask questions.
Though I do want questions, like, why doesn't he have an accent? As far as I know, he's supposed to be Australian. We're done talking. Get out.
Sorry, I can't. And even if I did step aside, there's nothing you could do. I've got the only access card to the navigation computer.
Give us that card or else.
I choose or else. You're gonna regret this, Fred.
I really need some help.
Got issues.
Everybody leveled up. See, this is the aura you want because it's a better one. This one pulls a bunch of enemies to her, and she's not really built for fighting a lot of enemies attacking her all at once. And the other thing you come to realize in this game is that your level ups are not always going to be good level ups. There's a lot of dead level ups in the game where they don't give you any kind of power points. You just get increases to health.
Well done. Missile harmlessly self-destructed. You've averted a nuclear disaster.
It would have been a lot easier if Bullseye hadn't tried to stop us.
Bullseye was there? Doom must really be serious about recruiting talent.
Colonel Fury, the Masters of Evil are attacking our stabilizing engines. There's too many for me to stop alone.
Black Widow, do not engage the enemy. I want you out of there immediately. Team, double time it and save that engine.
Save the engine! Save the engine! But if we save the engine, do we save the world? Kind of like saving the cheerleader to save the world? Double bonus points to those who get that reference. But as we all know, the points mean nothing. Black Widow, we're near the stabilizing engine, but looks like an explosion took place.
That was my fault, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I was not harmed.
Black Widow, I specifically ordered you not to engage the enemy.
I am sorry, sir. It was unavoidable.
Very well. At least you're safe. Team, you have to stop the enemy from destroying the engine. If they're successful, the helicarrier is finished.
No, that's not Wolverine's daughter. That's Wolverine's female teenage clone, who was once a prostitute at the age of 14. Because the group trying to clone Wolverine made dozens of male clones that failed. They're like, hey, what if we made it a girl? And it worked. But the real reason is they just wanted to put Wolverine in intensely sexual situations as a hot chick. We're on it, Colonel Fury. I don't know if I'll watch Heroes Reborn. The third season of Heroes kinda ruined the series a bit for me. Because they took and made the cheerleader character's healing factor way too powerful. I mean, I'm sorry. She should not have been able to survive a fucking nuke. Not even Logan can survive a nuke. Look, battered shield laptop computer. Black Widow must have dropped it during the explosion. Black Widow is acting awfully suspicious. Why did she disobey Fury's orders? Let's take this laptop and see what we can find out. Also, you go to shield access point, and that's how you save the game. So we have here is She-Hulk.
Yes.
X-23, Spider-Woman, and Captain Marvel.
Good choice. Good choice.
Apparently, She-Hulk was going to be
Okay.
a playable character in the second game, but they decided against it. I gotta remember if there's a way to make it so your party doesn't move.
A little assistance, please.
Defense.
Good choice.
No, that won't work. They're gonna run right into the tripwires.
Good.
Let's see, who do I want to play right now? Jessica, Jennifer, Carol, or Laura? I'll do Jessica a bit. Since she's probably the most senior
Thanks for
hero
setting us
on
free.
this team.
Being trapped in our own rooms was kind of an embarrassing situation.
No problem. You get to deck and help out there. We're gonna see if we can't find Winter Soldier and stop him.
Good luck. Be careful.
Why would I be careful? I'm a goddamn superhero. Careful's kind of against our modus operandi. Console. Dear Mom and Dad, I just finished SHIELD boot camp. It was the hardest 3 months of my life. But now, I can hide in boxes. Over half of the recruits washed out, but every time the going got rough, I remember Dad's story about how tough Colonel Fury's Howling Commandos had it. And then say to myself, no way is Dino Danelli Jr. gonna whip out. I'm not gonna hurt Funky Bucky. I'm just gonna beat him into a fucking pulp. I must have done all the right because I was assigned to the helicarrier. Colonel Fury actually shook my hand and welcomed me aboard. He asked about you, Dad. I told him you were doing great. Much love. Aww. He fanboyed. You son of a bitch. Breaking shit, cause you never know when magical the coins are gonna drop out of it. Journal entry 1734. I probably shouldn't even be writing this down, but there's something about Black Widow I don't trust. She's always in the top secret areas of the ship, downloading information onto the laptop. Plus, she's so distant. I don't know why Colonel Fury chose her to be his second in command. But since I don't have anything concrete to report, I'll just keep it to myself. If I dared point the finger at Black Widow right now, I'd spend the rest of my days stationed in a listening post in Iceland. Well, it's, I think Dino Nanelli was one of the Howling Commandos. One of the original ones, but I can't be sure myself. I'd have to look it up, and I can't really do that right now because we're in a slightly awkward situation. Breaking a bed, isn't that what Jennifer does on a regular basis? Hi, Jenny. I don't believe you won't believe what I saw the other day. That X-Men Wolverine up on the bridge updating navigational charts when he came in to talk to Colonel Fury. Talk about tough, the guy's nothing but bad attitude. Like he just as soon as cut you as say good morning. Nah, he'd probably just cut you. I didn't get to see him pop his claws, but he did get into a shouting match with the Colonel. Something about S.H.I.E.L.D. backstabbing Tony Stark. I didn't hear the whole conversation, but wow. No one yells at the Colonel and gets away with it. No one but Wolverine. See ya soon. Rotating camera 3. Oh right, it's an energy resistant enemy. Beat him to death with fists. Doombot? Doom! I think if I had a quarter I could get past those energy bars. Now luckily yeah, this is the first Ultimate Alliance game, with a whole bunch of characters who weren't originally part of it. Thanks to our good friend and silent technical advisor, the Twin of Bees. Who to pop out for Blink? Take out X-23.
Now for some adventure.
Hey! Powers. Are you auto-leveling? I hate auto-leveling! It's the worst thing ever invented in the history of man. Damn, auto-leveling. Tease me like that! Would you like to see all the characters that were added to this particular experience? Okay, characters that weren't in the game originally. She-Hulk, Blink, Husk, Pixie, Green Goblin, Dazzler, Laura, Spider-Girl, Jubilee, Spider-Girl. She has interesting looks. You have Spider-Gwen, Silk, Mary Jane Watson. One of her abilities is called hitting the jackpot. Cute. Anya, a character who was horribly ruined. Ultimate Spider-Woman. And Maddie Franklin. So all of the Spider-Girls in one shot.
Jubilee.
And then we have Jubilee, who hasn't been in the game since X-Men Legends 1. I mean, I think she's had appearances in games, but she hasn't been playable in a game. For her, we have Ultimate, Classic, Age of Apocalypse, Generation X, Replace,
X-23.
Well, I already showed all of X's 23's costumes. But here's
Dazzler.
one. We have Dazzler in her classic. Ultimate, where she went like full-on punk rock, it looks like. Retro. Age of Apocalypse. I didn't even know she had an entry in the Age of Apocalypse story. And Pixie, because why not have a winged girl? Who I think is a descendant of Apocalypse as well, just like Blink. You have Age of X, Messiah Complex, Street Gear, First Uniform. And then another girl who was added, Husk. Which one can't you remember? Who has X-Men, Generation X, Age of Apocalypse, which I think she actually had a fairly sizable role in it, and X-Corps, where it kind of looks like she's wearing a suit. Then we have Venom. Who's like, we have Ultimate Venom. Ha! Or do we? We were naughty. Apparently Dazzler was in Age of Apocalypse according to Twin. She only had like a blink and you miss it kind of cameo. Marvel Knights. Unterbolts. Yes, they added the tail. That should have been there because that was part of Matt Gargan's Venom. We had an alternate version of Venom, but I don't know if it's still there. Agent Venom. Because why not have Flash Thompson? We have Modern, Unterbolts, Flash Thompson, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. And alternate, where he's a lot skinnier. Not as armored up. Anybody else has new costumes? We have Goblin Man, Classic, Modern, Hobgoblin, Jack O'Lantern, let's see what Spider-Man Twin added to Spider-Man. Let's just say I did the Iron Symbiote, Scarlet Spider, Shark armor. Ah, $20.99. Cute.
The Thing.
Thing looks like he has all of his normal costumes. Because the Thing's costumes have never really been
Captain America.
So it is nice having access to all their costumes at once. Ah, did I just sell something? Ah, no, I equipped it. World War II. I think they upgraded the look of it. Ah. U.S. Agent. Classic. Ultimate. Alright, we'll look at Storm in a second here. Just gotta turn off auto leveling. Because auto leveling is the devil.
Storm.
We got Retro. Ultimate. Classic. Which I think is the only... This is, I think, the only game where that costume's actually ever been used for her. Yeah. But yeah, Mohawk Storm! Though sadly, with the stats being necessary at certain points, some of the better looks aren't really usable.
Invisible Woman.
Got Original. New Marvel. Which I think that's the version they used in the Roger Corman movie for the... And then, Classic.
Thor.
Thor! We have Classic. Beta Ray Bill. Asgardian armor! With him having a bitchin' beard.
Mr. Fantastic.
I'm also going through and getting rid of the auto level and auto equip stuff that they have on them. Because if I want to use these characters, I want to use their abilities I choose. New Marvel. Classic. Nothing really changed about them.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange's look. Ah! Ah! The Royal Seer. Blue Mage. Ultimate. I still say this. Ultimate Stephen Strange has bitchin' hair. Well, then again, technically he is Doctor Strange's son.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Original. Vengeance. Western. I think, isn't that Danny Blake's? Yeah, Danny Ketch's. Yeah. So Danny Ketch's his classic, and his original is Johnny Blaze. Let's see, who else do we want to look at?
Wolverine.
We got for the Wolverine. What outfit could be added to him? Classic. Because, you know, gotta go with the brown and gold. Astonishing. And what is this? That's not Ultimate!
Iron Man.
We have Iron Man. We have his new Avenger. Classic. War Machine, who I still think should be a separate character because he does have different abilities. And, you know, I never really cared for Ultimate Tony Stark's armor, so we made adjustments in the form of Silver Centurion.
The Human Torch.
Original. Modern. Classic.
The Hulk.
Let's see what we got for the Hulk. Classic. Grey Hulk, bitches! Who is this? That is not Bruce Banner! Ah, Joe Fix-It. Because we want a Hulk who was a mobster.
Iceman.
Ice Ham. Yep, Iceman is gay now. Because, you know, all those women he dated all those years never knew. Spiky. Bobby Drake. Snow Job. I wonder.
X-23.
In my grand wanderings.
Jubilee. Wolverine.
Do you get the X-Men team power bonus? It doesn't look like it. Darn. Maybe if I change your costume. Yes! They made Bobby Drake gay. 'Cause they're aggressive.
Spider-Woman.
Yeah, he passed Gene and he's like, are you sure I'm not just? He goes, nope, I'm certain. Yep. Teenage Gene, who has only existed in the world because of the fuckery of Hank McCoy, because they decided, let's make Hank McCoy the most evil thing ever.
Iron Man. The Thing. Ms. Marvel.
That was a team. Originally was those three. It was called the Bruisers. Let's see. So many Bruisers. Let's do what I was doing before.
Spider-Woman.
Well, at least with Alan Scott being made gay, it was an entirely new universe. For Iceman, they basically said, yeah, you're gay now. No build-up, nothing. At least with the New 52 Earth 2, it was a new universe, so that was just the way Alan Scott was going to be in that universe.
X-23.
Do I want to keep this team going, or do I want to do a different female? Choices. Because I actually have them now! I'm not bitter. Not bitter at all. Though we did get rid of Elektra because her moveset was kind of bleh. So we replaced her with Dazzler.
Can't go this way.
Dazzler's cool.
adjustment.
Yeah. You know, you don't have to whisper. You can actually just talk if you want to talk. No more wrong than me talking when you're screaming. I don't have an issue with my voice because my voice is amazing. Oh, and that's their strength is Alter Genetics, so... Switch to Laura because she doesn't count as Alter Genetics. Yeah, it was interesting in this game because they gave all these, like, sub-things to enemy units that basically would tell you what kind of enemy, what kind of damage you could do to them. Hard to believe, this game basically predates the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yet it seems very resemblant of it.
Sure.
Now to fight Radioactive Man and the Winter Soldier.
Now you are trapped. We will teach you the true meaning of pain.
I will teach you the true meaning of racism with my accent.
You made a big mistake coming here. One you are never gonna have a chance to repeat.
Ebony doesn't care what you sound like over the mic. She says she sounds horrible too. Very well, Twin. Very well. You made it. Continue. Winter Soldier, Radioactive Man, why are you working together?
You're in for a world of surprise, my friend. The Masters of Evil have teamed its members up in combinations that even your combined powers can't handle.
Yes, all the better to crush our enemies.
Crush your enemies, and see them driven before you.
Good. At least you've got guts. I hate fighting cowards.
Yes, I too enjoy a good battle. Now, let the... Your death will be sweet.
Alright, he gets it. He goes immune at times.
Radioactive Man, Winter Soldier, report. Why haven't you destroyed that stabilizing engine yet?
Ha! Nice one, Shanghai.
Sorry, we got a little carried away, but we're on it. Lower the force fields and let's clear out of here.
It is lucky for you we must depart. I was just getting warmed up. But we will meet again, I promise you.
Well, at least Doom didn't name them the Masters of Sex. Then we have a whole other host of problems.
So, who's next?
The funny thing is, I didn't really know much about Jessica before I played this game, but after I played it, I was like, holy crap, there's a female Spider-Man? And then I started looking up and was like, wait, her story's so much better than Peter's. Peter's so bland compared to her.
I told you they'd follow. They're as predictable as the sunrise.
Come then, heroes. Follow us a bit further.
I've got a real bad feeling about this. I didn't mean to go through the door, but my party members decided to go through it.
Need help standing up?
I can fly, I can fly. The most broken character in this game I don't have access to currently. And that character is Silver Surfer. Well, he was the most broken character in the game before the Hulk. Once they had the Hulk, a whole new mess began. That many characters in the game, they're gonna have bad voicing. And Radioactive Man's not Russian. He's Chinese. So it's a Chinese accent, making it doubly racist. Super bonus racist points. I'm just making jokes, man. Stop being a backseat streamer unless you're gonna actually talk. Oh, I know it wasn't Chinese. I'm just saying the character of Radioactive Man was Chinese. To give you an idea of what they decided to go with here. You know that there's an upgrade token in this area. I just gotta remember where it is. I think I remember. It's on the side areas. Where did they go?
We're up here. Now you've had it. Yes. Let us see how you fare against this force! Attack!
At least he's not going super stereotypical Chinese. And then we'd have a whole host of other problems. Damn Mongolians! So, you PC, bro? Ooh, a striking upgrade.
Got it.
Can I
Yes.
get 10 of it? Ha! I knew it was there. I love that She-Hulk goes around kicking ass in a leotard and sneakers. Or, if you're feeling deceptive,
You are a coward.
yeah, they gave her a pretty good voice. I think it's, I think the lines are from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that they gave her. Clever idea. So yeah, her power-up mode, bikini mode. Oh yeah. I know. Will I be uncomfortable while kicking ass? Well, you didn't need to censor your words, Ebony. I don't censor. Unless Twitch is censoring because they're douche nozzles. Use console. Report 106 from Atlantis Outpost. As of today, the outpost is fully operational and monitoring all facets of Atlantean life as per order. The subjects are unaware of our presence. Sure they are. Daily updates will be sent on the dealings of Namor and any other notable members of his court, such as Namor Rita. Breaking barrels, getting money. Twin thinks She-Hulk shows up in Discord. That should be interesting. And apparently even Deadpool shows up, which... Well, of course he hijacks the episode. He's Deadpool. Well, none of these heroines have the big heels. But yeah, I know what you mean.
You are too late. In a matter of moments, the Winter Soldier will have unlocked the security code for this gun. Then, we shall fire it into the engine.
Don't you understand? You can't defeat the Masters of Evil. We're just too powerful. Abandon ship while you still can.
How would Dr. Doom have gotten such a large group of super villains together?
He has a plan that will give us all enough power to live like kings for an eternity.
Quiet, Chen. You've already said too much.
Ah! It does not matter. They will not live to tell anyone.
Why don't we make sure of that?
Your death will be swift.
You guys deal with that. I'm gonna go over here. Body upgrade. Yeah, she's kind of fragile. She could use the pick up the bionic arm. Yeah, that was the 90s.
Well done. Wish there was time to rest, but we've got big trouble on our hands. I'm going to activate a lift nearby you. Take it. I'll explain the situation when you arrive.
Ah, the 90s. The time before time. She doesn't do ranged attacks, so why would she have that? That's also ranged attacks. And that is why auto-equip is the devil. No, it just does. No. The game will just auto-equip characters with any piece of gear they pick up. It doesn't actually think about what they need. Yeah, me too. I really wish it were. Go with Assassin's Sight on our friend here. Give her the bionic arm. And I'll give Carol Scorpion Tail. Cause knockdown on ranged attacks. Means Laura needs us. She's got radioactive touch. Okay, that works. Lets her do a little extra damage when she's doing melee attacks. So everybody's good. I think that we take some good ones. Though I do wish this game had like a dash control or sprinting ability. I imagine Ebony knows who Firestar is. Superman's friend? Spider-Man is Amazing Friend?
There's no time to waste. The Masters of Evil have unleashed some huge creature that's attacking our primary engines.
Huge creature! Yeah, his name is Bing Bang Boom! Such a Stanley name. Something like that. Good. Who later gave his rings of power to the Mandarin. Oops. Apparently Rocket Raccoon got modded into this game. I guess they use this model from Marvel Cat 3. Damn it, Doombot! Stop being a douchebot. Apparently someone modded in Spider-Man's wall crawling, which it's like, it should have been there from the get-go, because it's part of who Spider-Man is! Like, seriously, game? Yeah, like, not having Shadowcat because like, cannot figure out how to make phasing work!
All right.
Well, she never did. She's Spider-Woman! Totally has no webbing. Yeah, basically the High Evolutionary used spider DNA to cure cancer she had as a little girl, and then put her in the incubator pod, and she came out as an adult with all these spider powers. Because of the bio-venom and all that stuff. Yeah, they're basically all the spider powers that Peter doesn't have.
I had fun. Did you?
Where she eats her mates and fun finishing. Yeah, but you gotta admit, it'd be pretty fun. I'm gonna break this pipe because there might be gold. Yeah. But then again, Venture Brothers did the web sling from the ass, and he was voiced by Nathan Fillion. The little Robin Recluse. I think we should stream it. Focus upgrade. Yay! Oh, I don't think it did. They have like a dozen seasons.
You were
Okay, in case you guys don't know, focus increases your energy, body increases your health, striking increases your ability to hit things harder. Which is why I give striking to characters like She-Hulk, since she's mostly going to be melee anyway. But everybody got to level up. Let's level up. Foot slash. Ha! Nice. Triggered scent. We know what that is, don't we? Yep. Poor thing. Can I? not letting me get... I'm trying to remember how to actually look at an ability. Stuff. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to work. Wait, No. It's because it looks like it's using classic Xbox controls, almost. No. Yeah, I guess I could try that. Details. Nope. Just can't do it. No, select doesn't work either. And start backs you out. Give her brutal flash. Ah, you have to do a mouse to look it up. You don't need to be sorry, it's not your fault. Photon burst. Yeah. Let's see. Details. +1 defense, attack, energy. Ah, so it basically just gives her some bonuses. Guess I might as well give it to her. True. But then again, we have Wonder Woman talking about mansplaining, so the sexism works both ways. Oh, another thing you can do is you can actually buy ranks in abilities. In case you want to try to max out everything, you need to have a lot of money. Oh my god, the amount of money you have to do to max out shit is insane. Because it grows geometrically.
You're not as tough as you.
All talk, no action.
Oh, god damn it. Did I accidentally buy an ability? There is nothing.
I can't go this way.
Is over. The Masters of Evil have lost.
This is you who has lost. When I send this ship crashing to the earth, Masters of Evil are a force to be reckoned with.
And this is the only game he's ever appeared in, except as like a little background thing. So I think he shows up in some of the endings of Marvel Cap 3.
As if you haven't seen.
Because boss battle music kicked in, you guys couldn't hear everything he said very well. although I was flying. And she's down. Alright, you can't revive them except at save points. And I just punched his ass right off the helicarrier.
Most graceful battle I've ever seen, but you saved the helicarrier. Thanks, team.
Doing our job.
When you're done in that area, come back to the bridge. We're moving everyone to Stark Tower before we begin our next mission. Come back to the bridge, you'll find out.
I need an assist! All talk, no action.
And if I were,
Yes?
Bobby, I could put the fires out. And you'll just take a nap there. Hey, look, it's the main character of the game.
Late.
Hello, team. Welcome to Stark Tower, my pride and joy. It's 40 stories of heaven on earth.
It's amazing what you can do with just a few $1 billion.
We are now a team?
Yes. I've been empowered by S.H.I.E.L.D. to create a task force to stop the Masters of Evil. But the helicarrier was so badly damaged that it can't be used as a headquarters. Fortunately, Tony is willing to let us stay here for the duration. It has all the facilities we'll require.
Believe me, it's no problem at all. And I called in a few old friends to help us out. Feel free to walk around and meet them.
I'd suggest you meet Hank Pym first, since he's in charge of equipment. The Vision is here as our information officer.
Great. We got a computer to talk to the computers for us.
When you're ready to go on a mission, talk to Wyatt Wingfoot. He'll take you there in one of my Quinjets.
Speaking of that, what is our next mission, Colonel?
I recently received a radio transmission from Dum Dum Dugan requesting that I come to the Omega base. But there was something questionable in his message.
You think it might be a trap?
Maybe. I can't be sure. For more information, talk to the Black Widow.
Mohawk store.
Mr. Stark, there's a Hill Hogan on line 2 for you.
Hello, my name is Black Widow. I am second in command to Colonel Fury.
Yeah, they actually have him sit down here.
Dum Dum Dugan recently sent a suspicious radio message. He requested Colonel Fury visit the Omega base immediately for an update on the Super Soldier Serum.
What's suspicious about that?
Dugan said Dr. Banner would give the report. The odd thing being Dr. Banner is not on the Super Soldier project.
What do you want us to do?
Since we don't know the situation, you are to sneak aboard the base and locate Dugan. From there, we'll determine the best course of action. When you are ready to go, talk to Wyatt Wingfoot.
Strangely enough, I don't know why the sound keeps screwing up like that. Probably because of the mods. This game actually got me to read a lot more of Marvel in general because of all the characters that are in it. I didn't know who they were. How old is Dum Dum Dugan? Probably in his 80s? About the same age as Nick. Though I don't know if he got Nick's special I'm a not age anymore powers. How did you become Nick Fury's second in command?
The offer was initially made after a S.H.I.E.L.D. operation, where I switched identities with a countryman of mine, Yelena Belova.
The other Black Widow?
Yes, the blonde one. I declined the offer, but as we all know, Colonel Fury can be very persistent. It is a huge mobile S.H.I.E.L.D. research facility that is several stories tall. Yes, it is used to field test some of our most highly classified experiments.
Thanks for the information, Black Widow.
You are quite welcome.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is
It's
on
good to see you. Welcome to the team.
So, are we officially a team?
Yes. We're a SHIELD task force created to investigate the Masters of Evil. It's our mandate to stop Doom and his army before they cause any serious damage.
Which country does S.H.I.E.L.D. belong to?
SHIELD is an international organization. We belong to no one and to everyone.
So they're G.I. Joe? Why are we based in Stark Tower?
With the helicarrier seriously damaged, we had to find a different base of operations. Tony Stark offered the use of these facilities.
What Nick got was basically an attempt at the super soldier serum, and luckily it was one of the attempts that didn't lead to a horrifying abomination. Like the 50s Captain America. That was a fucking retcon. It's a logical choice. It has everything we need.
Exactly. Though I'm surprised to be here. You see, Stark Industries and S.H.I.E.L.D. recently had a falling out.
Troubles between Stark Industries and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes. Stark recently stopped developing weapons for us. As you can imagine, we were less than enthusiastic. S.H.I.E.L.D. tried applying pressure, both legal and not so legal. But I gotta hand it to Stark. He held his ground even though he's lost billions.
He is Tony Stark. He has billions to lose. Thanks,
anytime.
You gotta love the casualness. Like, warning, a small thermonuclear device has gone missing. Like, what? Like, how do you lose a nuke?
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan online for you.
Harold Hogan.
Greetings. My name is Vision. I will be your primary source of information concerning any persons or locales you might encounter. Unfortunately, my line to the S.H.I.E.L.D. database has a security issue. Would you retrieve a decryption module from Black Widow and bring it to me?
Sure, I'll ask Black Widow next time I see her. What is S.H.I.E.L.D.?
The acronym stands for Strategic Hazard Intervention, Espionage and Logistics Directorate. Its primary responsibility is counterterrorism for the world.
S.H.I.E.L.D. protects the world?
Operating under the jurisdiction of the United Nations, S.H.I.E.L.D. is expected to deal with any threat to the security of the world's population.
So S.H.I.E.L.D. is basically Super Interpol!
That designation has been used several times over the years, but it is not associated with any particular group of villains.
Yeah, I believe so.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben
Yeah, I remember that.
His birthday. Happy birthday, Mr.
Who's
Grimm.
in this latest version of the group?
Dr. Doom has assembled dozens of the world's most notorious supervillains, not the least of which is Ultron and Baron Mordo.
There's a Harold Hogan online too for you.
Well, Harold didn't despise his kid.
Mr. Stark.
He just had extremely high expectations for it.
Main lobby to see you.
Victor Von Doom was raised in the tiny European country of Latveria.
And
The
with Howard
untimely
Stark, the
death of
job
his
always
parents
came
made
first.
Doom vengeful towards the world.
Red Ralston is on line 6.
A genius, he attended Empire State University. Unfortunately, Doom performed a dangerous experiment that resulted in an explosion. As a result, Doom was expelled.
Doom was expelled.
Bitter, he traveled the world until he met Tibetan monks who created his first suit of armor. Doom then returned to Latveria, where he overthrew the government and proclaimed himself ruler. The Black Widow was a Russian spy who defected several years ago. Upon joining S.H.I.E.L.D., she rose quickly through the ranks until she became Colonel Fury's #1 operative.
Do you think she can be trusted?
There is nothing on her S.H.I.E.L.D. record to indicate otherwise. Why, do you ask?
No reason, just yes.
Storm would like you to announce that
I am glad to be of assistance.
his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
But then again, look what they did with Bruce Banner's dad. The fuck, man?
Hi, my name's Hank Pym. Dr. Hank Pym.
Dr. Hank Pym and friends.
I've heard you're going to the Omega base. If you see my cybernetic helmet, could you bring it back to me?
It'd be my pleasure, Dr. Pym. So what have you been up to, Hank?
I was working on a new version of my cybernetic helmet. But then Captain America called and said you guys could use somebody with a little technical know-how.
But here is the question. Who is smarter? Hank Pym or Tony Stark? Because we know Reed Richards is above both of them because Reed Richards is broken. You certainly got that.
Hey, I'm glad to be helping out. Besides, I was getting bored working in a lab all
day. Have you ever been to Omega Base?
Oh yeah. Well, that's where I was working on my cybernetic helmet. It's a real nice facility.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Parents are weird like that, dear. Most parents aren't very good at being parents. What projects are going on here?
I didn't see a whole lot because of security, but I do know there's a team working with gamma bombs. And I think a new study is being done on the super soldier drug.
Gamma bombs and the super soldier serum being experimented on in the same building. That can't possibly go bad.
There's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Thanks,
come back anytime. We're always open.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi.
Kill your wife, consciously beat your son.
Can't go this way.
Damn it, Carol! Stop giving me sass, or I won't give you no ass. You talk to this lady if you want to do missions, which you have to unlock by getting discs in various levels. Okay.
You will soon be facing the rock troll, Nick. Be wary of the brass knuckles he wears. They increase the damage he does. One hit.
And he doesn't have any of his powers yet, so I can't really do this mission. Yeah, you have to be a bit higher level to do some of those missions.
Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Oh, they know how I became the Hulk. And actually, funny thing about that, part of the reason he became the Hulk is because of a super soldier experiment. Yeah.
I have to move in some other direction.
And Twin's not sure if she loves or hates the idea. Like all the Weapon X programs and stuff like that. Hey look, it's a game we can't play. PG-13.
A secret civilization thought it was safe.
We cannot afford to lose anymore. Father!
But when the king was killed, his son vows to avenge his father's death.
I must know how to stop him.
You and I, we're after the same thing.
He thought he could do it alone. But to succeed, the Black Panther must join Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, and all of the Avengers in the ultimate rematch, Ultimate Avengers 2.
It's good to be back.
How long before it encompasses the planet?
10 minutes, sir.
Kill them!
They thought the battle was over. They didn't realize it had only just begun.
Dixie?
Get ready for the final fight for survival of the planet. Ultimate Avengers 2.
You think
now
this means
on DVD.
Well, that's embarrassing.
He just got hit by a really big tree. Just fun little things you can do there. Yeah, we gotta talk to our...
Spider-Woman, welcome to the team.
Haha! Unique dialogue.
Hi, Natasha. Congratulations on becoming second in command for Colonel Fury.
They left it vague to the Hulk's origins, just that Gamma Energy was involved. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has is using just something like a modified version of what the series did, where he just exposed himself to vaporized gamma radiation. Vision needs an encryption module.
My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived.
But yeah,
Please,
there's a
take
few
this to him.
characters in the game who will actually have unique dialogue when you go to talk to people. Oh yeah.
You are quite welcome.
Also, why doesn't movie Black Widow have an accent? She really should, because you know, she would sound a lot hotter if she had the accent. Do I want to give her another striking upgrade? Now I'll give this one to Laura. Because the upgrades are a very limited amount of them in the game, so you have to kind of strategically pick which ones you're going to use.
There's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you. The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Uptronics lab.
Twins thinking of making, adding a whole bunch of alternate universe characters so we can have Marvel Alternate Alliance.
Colonel Fury, Red Roll
Do I give
is
her
on line
body?
6.
Sure.
No, she got a body upgrade. We'll give Carol the body upgrade.
Good.
President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
I don't know. I think Mom's cooking something right now. Yeah, we'll stick
Time
with
to
the team we
roll,
got for now.
team.
Mom's cooking something. That's cool.
Good choice.
Got it. Sure.
Here. Mr. Starr, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
I'm not even hungry.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Uptronics
Here's your
lab.
decryption module.
Thank you for the decryption module. Now I can patch directly into the SHIELD database.
Red Roll is on line 6. Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing and Deadpool was last seen in the weapons lab.
Get hungry, I'll have oatmeal.
The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
At the beginning of the Incredible Hulk movie, they did use something similar to that of the TV series, because I think it was supposed to be a tribute to it.
Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Starr.
I am glad to be of...
Okay, have I done everything I can here?
Johnny Storm would like to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
But if you're hungry, go get something to eat. Don't worry about me.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby.
Hi, the name's Wyatt Wingfoot. In case you didn't know, I'm your pilot while you're here at Stark Tower. We'll be taking the Quinjet when you're ready to leave on a mission.
And now Twin's mad at me because I don't like it when people whisper because it makes it sound like they're trying to hide something.
Red Ralston is on line 6.
Wyatt, we need to ask you a favor. You're the only one we can ask.
Sure. What do you need?
I found a laptop computer at the helicarrier. Could you discreetly find something to see what's on it?
Discreetly? As in, don't let Fury know? Yeah, I can do that. Give me a little bit. I think I know just the person to ask. Stark needed a pilot, and he knows I've flown for the Fantastic Four, so I guess he figured I had the skills.
How do you know the Fantastic Four?
I was roommates with Johnny Storm back in college. He introduced me to the group, and after a while, they started inviting me on missions.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
It's a high-tech jet developed by Stark's company. It's usually used by the Avengers.
There's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
I told her to go get something to eat. I'm not hungry. I don't eat unless I'm hungry.
Mr. Stark.
But yet, she always has to think, like, you have to make some big old plan. Like, if you're hungry, go eat. If I'm hungry, I'll go eat. It doesn't it's not a big deal.
In the Optronics lab.
What has it got for equipment?
It's undetectable to radar, can take off and land itself. Heck, it'll even dial the phone for you. Plus, it's got the latest in jet engine technology. This thing will get you around the world in no time.
Again, I ask, like, how does one just lose a nuclear device? Now she's...
on line 5, Colonel Fury.
We're close to the landing zone, so I'll be brief. Dum Dum Dugan recently sent a suspicious radio message requesting I meet him at the Omega base for a report on the latest super soldier serum.
What's so suspicious about that?
Dr. Banner was to give the report. The only thing is, Banner has been working on the Gamma Bomb project, not the super soldier serum. Dugan would never make a mistake like that. Something's up.
What is the Omega base?
It's a mobile lab that's over 5 stories tall.
Anymore?
We use it for field testing experiments.
Oh, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s the greatest. Flying aircraft carriers, office buildings on wheels. Oh, please tell me you've got a tunnel that runs from New York to Tokyo.
Spider-Man, this is serious. Colonel, is there anything on board the Omega that would be considered dangerous?
If the contents of that vehicle were to fall into the wrong hands, it would be disastrous for all mankind.
Exactly what are you developing that could threaten the entire planet?
That's classified.
So it's alright for us to save the vehicle. We just can't know what's going on there.
Correct. Now, if I may continue, the team's mission will be to sneak on board the
I
Omega
already put the
and
laptop
locate
in.
Dugan.
I won't be able to do anything with
he
it
should
until
be
I
able
come
to
back.
bring you up to speed on the situation. Any questions? Alright, good luck.
We made it, Wyatt. We're on board the Omega.
Good. One thing I want to point out, you now have a shield port. It's an experimental device that'll let you transport instantly back to headquarters whenever you want.
Sounds handy. Should come in handy. We'll sure try it out.
Okay. Good luck in there. Let me know when you want to leave. Quiet out.
Team, satellite recon shows the Omega base is now on a collision course with Bondrak Dam. Thousands of lives are now in danger. You must stop the Omega at all costs. Fury out.
This just gets better and better. Let's locate Dum Dum Dugan. Hopefully he can fill us in on what's happening.
Good. They sent a team. I was afraid I'd been a little too clever with my message to the Colonel.
Dude, what happened?
Someone used the base's ventilation system to spread a knockout gas. When I woke up, Dr. Doom demanded I bring Colonel Fury here. If I refused, he was going to ram the Omega into the Von Drack Dam.
Looks like he didn't keep his end of the bargain. The Omega is still headed for the dam.
Well, then there's no time to waste. Get me to the engineering control room. From there, I'll override navigation and stop this monstrosity.
Make me fight AIM guys here?
So, who's next?
They're here! Dispatch another squad!
I still keep trying to land and stuff using DC Universe Online controls.
I have to move in some other direction. I had fun. Did you?
Curse that infernal Doom. I can't do anything from this control room.
What can we do? Then what can we do? We have to stop the Omega base somehow.
Not to worry. There's a control room just ahead. Hopefully Doom left it alone. Get me there, we should be fine.
My target's
shit. Body upgrade this guy. Great thing about giving Laura the radioactive punches is she'll actually leave them doing tick damage on the enemies. Hero details. Gear. Could be useful.
Finally a challenge. The shield soldiers are no match for my battle suit.
I don't want to fight you, Crimson Dynamo.
It is wise that you fear me, for with my recent upgrades, I could crush you all like grapes.
I'm not afraid. I'm just in a hurry to stop the space from crashing into the dam.
You are destined to lose, for I will not let you stop the Omega base.
Looks like we're gonna have to test out those upgrades first.
Very well. Then come, comrade. Let us battle.
Crimson Dynamo's upgrades didn't do jack shit. Doogie, we did. The drive is down. Dum Dum Doogie. We'll keep this base from being destroyed again. Dum Dum Doogie, no. But it gives you a little more time to stop it.
Well done, team. Now, let's see about stopping this behemoth. Blast it! Oh.
All the controls are locked down except those on the upper bridge. There's nothing you can do?
Correct. We'll have to reach the top deck and stop the Omega base from there.
Okay, but you stay here, dude. We'll need you to use the security camera to see what's in store for us.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
Here, I can talk to Wyatt.
Mr. Starr, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Harold Hogan, also known as Happy Hogan.
Mr. Starr, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Long time no see, Mr. Wingfoot.
Let's not get all formal. Call me Wyatt.
In the Uptronics lab.
There's a hacker I know. He's kind of an oddball, but I think he's up to the challenge. If you don't mind me asking, whose laptop is this?
It might belong to the Black Widow.
So, you think Natasha's up to something, eh? Maybe working for the other team.
We don't want to say anything until we know what's on that laptop.
Anytime at all.
There we are. Laptop asked about.
The president is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
talk, no action.
I see. So yeah, She-Hulk with a baton. Right. If you ask the wrong people, you can get bad versions of the ending of missions. Okay. I see what happened. I bought the ability there. I see. Snare. Unlocks at level 14. Level 7. Lure enemies to She-Hulk to focus on her. It also gives her a 50% ongoing resistance to the last damage type that hit her. 20 seconds, 32 energy. Actually, that's not a bad ability. She-Hulk's anger grows and do the extra melee damage over time, along with her chance for critical hits. Interesting. Adds energy damage to attacks and increases energy damage resistance from Miss Marvel and her allies. Cosmic awareness, basically the time. But then again, Jen's always been a bit of a fan servicey character, and she makes jokes about it. Dude, and all the elevators and doors are locked down. How can we get to the top of the base?
The only route left is along the exterior of the Omega.
Travel along the outside of a moving base. This should be fun. I know when you get some of their higher end gear, they gain like bonuses to abilities. At least I think they do. That might be the second one. Sounds like a helicopter coming in. Colonel Fury must have sent troops to help us out. One second, I don't think Fury sent the helicopter. Let's keep moving. Just gonna go punch some motherfuckers in the face.
I need assistance.
one of these has an entry you can go into, and you access a computer.
Lock and load!
No action.
She's like a faster version of the Hulk. That's pretty awesome.
All talk, no action.
Target's in range.
You're lucky I took it easy.
Got issues.
I do find it funny that you basically can just grab these guys and rip them apart.
All talk, no action.
Which actually gets you bonus points if you're doing the multiplayer mode. Because if you're doing the competitive mode where you're just trying to compete for who has the best score at the end, doing full, doing grapple combos and everything is a good way to do it. And they're stuck in the wall, I can't get them.
Need help standing up?
Oh, got issues. Talk, no action.
All right.
Ah.
Go with slash. Ah, this is the one. I could have sworn there was something on the outside here where you can go to on the side rooms. Maybe it's a later part of the same game. The same mission area.
All talk, no action.
Project Labs. This is where the helmet will be. Dugan, we're in the lab level. Where to now?
Before you go to the top, we got a couple of new concerns you might want to address. Security shows some very sensitive labs have been broken into. One lab contains a device known as the Neural Inhibitor, and another has plans that could be used to upgrade Ultron.
Thanks, Dugan. We'll see if there's something we can do. What's going on here? Why are all these creatures labeled as volunteer? Did you ever play the competitive mode for this, Ebony? Hi, Mysterio! Mysterio, step away from the Neural Inhibitor.
So, the reports were right. There is a team of superheroes on the Omega base. Well, let's see if this doesn't slow you down.
Watch out, it's been set to overload. That device was the only thing keeping these giants unconscious. I'm sorry, they should not just be able to pick you up and throw you.
All talk, no action.
Hey! Can anybody hear me? I'm stuck in this lab!
Someone's in trouble. Let's help him out.
Am I glad to see you? What the heck is going on around here? There was a huge explosion and then I couldn't open this door.
Masters of Evil have attacked the Omega base, Dr. Banner. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I just hope... Wait a minute. Did you say the Omega is under attack?
Yeah, they commandeered the base and set it to ram into a collision course with the Von Drake Dam.
We have to stop it. If that dam is
destroyed, thousands of people will be killed in a flood. We will, but do you know about the giants that are running around here?
Those must be the results of the super soldier experiment I've heard about. Scientists are attempting to recreate the experiment that gave Captain America his strength. So far, apparently all they've created are those giants you've seen.
Team, you must be making the Masters of Evil nervous. My security panel shows a gamma bomb has just been activated. You gotta shut it down or all life in a 2-mile radius will be destroyed.
We're not trained to handle something that technical, dude.
It just so happens I'm kind of a specialist on gamma bombs. Take me to the primary lab and I'll see what I can do.
Who's just running off? Bruce Banner, this could be a trap. Why don't you hang back here while we check out the lab?
It figures. They damaged the shutoff. We have to find the secondary lab and re-establish the safety interlock.
Okay, Dr. Brandon, we'll find the lab. You stay here where it's safe. I know it's in this section, I just can't remember exactly where.
Ooh, got issues.
We've re-established the safety interlock.
Now, let me see if... Yes. I was able to shut down the gamma bomb. We're safe. That was close. That sucker detonated everything within a 2-mile radius would have been destroyed.
Dr. Banner said you were... Stay where you are and lock the door. We're going on without you to stop the Omega base from crashing into the dam.
Sounds good to me. I'm no superhero.
Sure you're not.
You are weak.
I hate enemies that just can pick your character and up and throw you without you having any ability to defend against it.
All talk, no action.
Mysterio, get away from that console. You're not getting out of here with those Ultron plans.
You fools! Have you stopped to wonder why S.H.I.E.L.D. has plans for Ultron?
Must be looking for a way to combat it.
Wrong! These plans are upgrades. The good guys want to capture Ultron, rewrite his programming, and turn him into a S.H.I.E.L.D. weapon.
Ultron is sentient. Reprogramming him is easy.
You'd be surprised what else S.H.I.E.L.D. is up to. But all I care about are these plans. Ultron wants them for the weapons upgrades.
You're not walking out of this room with that information.
I was hoping you'd say that. Let's get this started.
Rest.
Dude, we found Mysterio trying to steal Ultron upgrades.
Did you stop him?
Yes, but he didn't go down quietly.
No, I don't imagine he did. Nice job.
Done. I could have sworn Hank Pym's helmet was on this level. This confirms S.H.I.E.L.D. was looking to generate an army with the latest Super Soldier series, even though all it does is create monsters. Which at the second level of the labs where it is. Run through here real quick and see if it's something I missed. Be the cybernetic helmet Hank Pym wanted us back at the Stark Tower. Let's take it to him. Aha! I knew it was on this level. Be a few minutes before we should talk to them anyways. Now would be a good time to take a breather. So much for a breather. Get ready to fight, team. Let's move out.
Oh, got issues.
Alright, it's this level where you have the side room that you can enter to give the computer. I think it's between the third level of the elevator.
They're here!
All talk, no action.
Yes, I am throwing those guys off the edge of the elevator. See, that's the last thing. Get ready. We'll be sure to have even more surprises waiting for us at the top.
Watch out! There's an AIM helicopter patrolling the deck! I tried to take it out with this anti-aircraft gun, but it's just too fast!
Is there another anti-aircraft gun we can use?
Yeah, at the other end of the deck. But you can't seriously think you're gonna take that chopper out. Advance!
All right!
Sounds good. So, you are nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They're advancing!
All right.
I actually have the essential She-Hulk.
Sounds good.
So I've read all of her original run, and I've read all of Ms. Marvel's original run. All because of this game.
Oh, issues.
It's pretty cool. Okay. So how are y'all enjoying these mods I'm showing off here? How are y'all enjoying so far? There's like a Daredevil figure here. Unless that's one of the characters that got replaced when Twin was adding in new characters to the hard cap. Black Panther. No, it's not really a fighting game, it's a beat 'em up. Though I imagine some of Jennifer's dialogue is from a fighting game.
Got issues.
It's actually technically considered an action RPG. But yeah, you can pick up characters and throw them. Fastball special style.
Talk, no action.
How pathetic.
Target in range.
Like, the problem is getting the fastball special to work can be problematic at times.
Boy, am I glad to see you guys. I've been trying to unlock the door to the bridge, but a helicopter keeps strafing the deck. Can you give me a hand?
We'll use an anti-aircraft gun to take out anything that...
Sounds like a plan. All I ask is that you take the helicopter out quick.
Okay, don't worry.
Got it! The door to the bridge is open. Thanks for the assist. I would have been Swiss cheese if you hadn't taken that helicopter out.
Why don't you stay here? We'll check the bridge. There's no telling what traps AIM might be waiting for.
You'll get no argument from me. I've had enough excitement for one day.
Talk, no action. Got issues. issues.
Funny thing is, it actually looks better on here than it did on my 360 back in the day. But then maybe that's because I never played it with an actual HD screen. It's always SD, so maybe that's the difference. What is this for frozen in place?
That would be due to the entropy device I've developed. You will remain immobile for as long as I hold this button.
Bullock says for you, the Omega Beast slammed to the dam, thousands of innocent lives will be lost.
Your pleas amuse me. I tell you what, let's have a contest. But instead of brawn, how about a test of brains?
You don't have time for this insanity.
I'm afraid you have no other options. Now, to keep things interesting, you'll receive an electrical shock for every incorrect answer you give. Let's begin, shall we? What force holds you to the Earth? Oh, that was a lucky guess!
That's freaking immobilized.
Who is Loki, the true son of? No! How could you have known that? In which type of matter are atoms most tightly packed? Somehow you're cheating! The deal is off! You tricked me somehow! God! Get out or you'll lose!
Well, Galloway, we shut down the Omega base. Let's go.
Target in range.
Oh, got issues.
No problem, dude, and we'll stop the huge mobile laboratories that are about to destroy the dams all the time.
Guys, that was one for the books. But there's no time to relax. Colonel Fury wants you back at Stark Tower immediately. Stay where you are, and I'll pick you up in the Quinjet.
You did a good job on the Omega Base, team. You saved thousands of lives and billions of dollars in S.H.I.E.L.D. equipment.
Did the Masters of the Evil steal anything other than the Super Soldier Serum?
Yes, a device known as the Mutant Amplifier. It magnifies a mutant's natural powers.
What's our next move?
Until we locate Doom's base, nothing. And since all we're doing is cooling our heels, I want you to investigate a report that there's a riot taking place in Atlantis. See Wyatt Wingfoot, and he'll take you to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Atlantis outpost. Or if you'd like more information, talk to the Black Widow.
Okay. Go first.
Ah, my cybernetic helmet. Thanks. I owe you one.
What does the Mutant Amplifier do?
The Mutant Amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on.
What will Dr. Doom do with the super soldier serum?
Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead.
What if Dr. Doom uses it in his present form?
He'd wind up with a bunch of
muscle-bound beasts just like you saw on Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you want from an army.
Ah, it was no problem at all.
Hi, Jarvis.
Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Who are you and how did you get here?
The name's Jack Hammer, but you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry, I came in through the back. No one saw me.
What do you want?
Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop, said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it.
Have you found out anything?
Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium.
What's the Imperium?
I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's three possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Okay.
Has Tony Stark got it made or what? He's rich, he's a genius, and to top it all off, he's got the perfect mustache.
You seem a little tense.
Gee, I can't see why. Dr. Doom's in control of an army of super...
Villains and the Black Widow may be working for him.
Are you off your meds? The only thing that would make this worse is if the Earth were destroyed to make way for an intergalactic highway.
Do you really think Black Widow's a traitor?
Of course she is. Hey, I've been at the superhero game long enough to know that the hot chicks always turn evil. Probably because evil pays better.
Why don't you tell Colonel Fury about it?
If one of Nick's little S.H.I.E.L.D. agents has turned to the dark side, then Nicky'll have to figure it out for himself.
It's your responsibility to tell Colonel Fury about Black Widow.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. You have great power, and with great power, there must also come...
If you finish that sentence, I'm gonna put so much web in your hair, you'll have to shave your head. Sure.
I think the guy voicing Spider-Man here is also the one who did him in Web of Shadows.
The Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on a helicarrier?
Is the Black Widow working for Dr. Doom?
Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle.
You think the enemy wants the information on the Imperium?
Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable.
Should we tell Colonel Fury about Black Widow?
Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her.
You really think he'll need more evidence?
Yes. Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break.
Could emotions be clouding your judgment toward Black Widow?
Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back, and the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago.
So maybe you're jealous of her?
No, I'm not.
I'm long over Daredevil. If he finds happiness with Black Widow, then I wish them both the best.
You're welcome.
Stark Tower's a beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements.
Thanks for letting us use Stark Tower as a headquarters.
No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do.
The tower must have cost a fortune to build.
I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement.
You had trouble with S.H.I.E.L.D.?
More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed. That was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed.
Cause S.H.I.E.L.D., if you try to screw them out of their contracts, they will fucking end you. Well, I had to ask a question. Why does S.H.I.E.L.D. have the power to do this? You'd think they'd have some sort of control put in place to prevent them from going too rogue.
I'm not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful.
But weapons development was earning you billions.
You really don't need that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them.
Thanks,
anytime, my friend.
Sketchbook. I think there's another unlockable in here. I'll have to look around it.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back from the Omega. I'm telling you, it's gotta stop.
Do you trust S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I trust Nick Fury. He's pulled my fat out of the fire more times than I can remember.
But what about the experiments on the Omega?
Look, Fury does what he has to keep the world safe. He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules.
Do you trust Black Widow?
I've known her for a while. She's always been good in a fight. And Fury trusts her.
What about the information Weasel found on her laptop?
Unless that meathead Weasel comes up with better evidence, I ain't believing nothing against the Black Widow.
You're pretty loyal to Fury.
Of course I am. He's been loyal to me. After all the trouble I had with the Hand recently, I owe Fury my life 12 times over.
What happened with the Hand?
Let's just say that evil bunch of psychos got hold of me and turned me into their assassin. I caused a lot of people a lot of pain. But Fury helped me out. Kept me alive. And I'll never forget that.
Because Wolverine, he has his moralities hijacked every other week, apparently.
Sure thing, bub.
Shouldn't you be beat like Bub It?
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing.
What's so interesting about S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost?
Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders.
Doesn't your country Wakanda have closed borders?
Indeed it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there.
Why does Wakanda have closed borders?
We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us.
People have invaded Wakanda?
Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them.
Are you concerned about Dr. Doom?
Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains.
What do you think he's up to?
I don't know. But Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the Helicarrier and the Omega base.
Thank you, Black Panther.
You are quite welcome.
I think this is the first game Black Panther was playable in.
I do hate to impose But if you see a cufflink somewhere in Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him. My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler for the Avengers.
How did you become a butler?
You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents.
What is Stark Tower?
It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests.
See, I've always had this problem with certain Let's Players. They'll talk while the characters in the game are talking. Like, part of the reason people are watching is, yeah, they want to see your commentary, but they also want to hear the game story, which is why I'll stop talking when the game's talking. Business interest. Doesn't he have deals in weapons development for the part of the government?
No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry.
What is this section of Stark Tower?
This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark.
I thought Stark designed the suits himself.
Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was my pleasure.
Hey, how's it?
I think the password is Jacob.
I know seeing the Super Soldier Project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble.
Do you think S.H.I.E.L.D. is a reputable organization?
I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes. But historically, it's done a great job of keeping the peace.
Didn't you see what they were turning volunteers into monsters on the Omega base?
I saw they were testing out a new version of the Super Soldier Serum. The same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility.
You took the Super Soldier Serum?
Yes. During World War II, I volunteered for Operation Rebirth. It was a program for creating physically superior soldiers. I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs, was killed, and no one's been able to recreate his work.
And one of the major reasons why no one's been able to create the work is because they don't remember that Vita rays are part of the process. You think Black Widow's up to something?
I have to admit, things sound kind of suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that laptop during the attack on the helicarrier?
Do you think she was a spy?
No. I'd need a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow. Anytime, friend.
I do like how the people you run into are kind of split. They don't all immediately go against Natasha, nor are they all immediately with her.
I can't go this way.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Optronics lab. Colonel Fury, Red Rose is on line 6.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis.
What's the cause?
Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne.
The Atlanteans love Namor.
Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis.
Vision needs a decryption module.
My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived. Please, take this to him.
Why would the Atlanteans attack Namor?
We do not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him.
He's pretty headstrong. Maybe he finally went too far.
Perhaps. But Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria.
Are the Atlanteans friendly?
When Mer people and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts.
But we're allies now, aren't we?
The relationship between our two races is lukewarm at best. The Mer people prefer to keep us at arm's distance.
How will we get around Atlantis?
Once you reach our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it.
Infected. Why do they have to use the word infected? Could they have used injected or treated? But no, they've used infected like it's some kind of virus. What's this technology do?
It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean as if you were moving on dry land. You are quite welcome.
Black Widow.
Well done on the Omega mission. Will you have the same success in Atlantis?
Why does Atlantis have an outpost near Atlantis?
SHIELD's directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization.
What would the Atlanteans do if they discovered the outpost?
I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it.
Any new information on the Masters of Evil?
We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there.
And that would leave Omega Base vulnerable.
Correct. The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along.
Well, how's the Omega Base?
Dugan's still trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage.
Did they locate the rest of the base personnel?
Yes. They'd been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine.
Thank
You're welcome.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
Welcome, my friend. Do you require...
Do you know about Nick Fury's brother Jacob?
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name.
What do you know about him?
I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name.
Who are the Atlanteans?
The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air.
In what other ways do humans and mer people differ?
Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean.
They are much stronger than humans. They can swim up to 30 miles per hour and live over 150 years of age. Whose name?
Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and mer people. He can breathe water and air, but if he's away from water too long, he will begin to weaken.
How does he feel about humans?
As with most mer people, he has an inborn distrust of surface dwellers, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme. I am glad to be of assistance.
Okay. Again, I have to ask, why did you not keep, like, tracking devices on your nuclear devices so one doesn't go missing?
Hello, Spider-Woman.
Hello, Black Widow.
Does Colonel Fury know a Baron Strucker?
I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. You are quite welcome.
Do you need something else?
Do you know someone named Gabriel Jones?
Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great...
Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. Was he a good soldier?
He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. You're welcome.
I have...
Ah, splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. It was my pleasure.
Hey.
Oh, gotta remember. I think the password's Gabriel Jones.
Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure.
Hi, what's new? Anytime, friend.
Hello, my friend. You are quite welcome.
Have you seen the view from this place? It's fantastic! All I can see is the back of a pizzeria from where I live. Sure.
Well, fancy meeting you here. Anytime, my friend.
Just giving everybody a quick talk
What can I do for you?
On to the next section.
You're welcome.
The problem with modding characters into this game is there's a hard limit as to how many characters there can be. And I think it's like 27. So you actually have to start replacing characters with other characters.
Hey, bub. What's up? Sure thing.
Okay, I think I've gotten everything I can do here. And I think I'm gonna, once we get to the outpost, I'll save and switch to a different game for a little while.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Could I ask a big favor?
Sure.
Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while.
I'll let him know.
Anytime at all, friend.
Go talk to him real quick.
On line 6.
Can I help you, Mr. Jazz? Or are you just in a nuzzly mood, Mr. Cat?
Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
Hi, it's good to see you. Do you need something?
Wyatt needs you to look at the data feed.
Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. Ah, it was no problem at all.
Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Save game. Quit out of this game, and I'll set up for the next one. I'll be cutting out the stream for just a bit.